we know that AOC had promised us Medicare for all for quite some time. That was the number one issue. That's what she campaigned on. So she's gone from Medicare for all to SPF in 5 years. And this is a real video, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into some of the stories today. We have a great show for you today. A lot of things to talk about. We're going to talk about the FDA. But AOC wants you to go contact the FDA, and she wants to put them on blast. For what? Sunscreen. Check it out.
What are we here to talk about today?
We are here to talk about sunscreen, specifically U.S. sunscreen, and how to fix it. Hello, everyone. This is Rep AOC, and I'm here with Charlotte Palomino.
I'm a brand owner, but also a licensed esthetician. U.S. sunscreen regulations are not necessarily making us more safe or better products.
U.S. sunscreens are far behind the rest of the world. I was in South Korea earlier this year, and it is so clear how far advanced the rest of the world is on sunscreen, and we deserve better here in the U.S.
How does the FDA regulate?
FDA is different than the rest of the world in that we regulate sunscreen as a drug instead of a cosmetic. It's regulated as a drug, has far more stringent standards, far more testing, far more scientific and clinical trials that are required, which is good. We want to make sure that things are safe. However, sometimes that can add a lot of bureaucratic and costs that prevent us from getting any sunscreen
job-killing regulation.
And just for context, it has been since 1999. That was the last time that we had a new sunscreen filter in the United States.
When we compare the U.S. standards to European standards in 2017, a Sloan Kettering study found that only half of U.S. sunscreens met European protection standards. Here's the thing, though. There is something that we can do about this. Congress has not been very aware of this.
Absolutely. So, but when she's done with this, I think she should tackle an even more important issue of sun hats for dogs.
She does list out, though, who you can contact for the FDA.
Yeah, okay.
So I mean, it goes so fast, and I think people have seen this video over the weekend. They can look at it themselves. So at least...
So go ahead, do it, and then just press it fast.
Good. We want to make sure that things are safe. However, sometimes that can add a lot of bureaucratic and costs that prevent us from getting any sunscreen filters at all.
And just for context, it has been since 1999. That was the last time that we had a new sunscreen filter in the United States.
How many
when we
things can go wrong
compare
in
the
this
U.S.
country?
standards to European standards in 2017, a Sloan
How do you
Kettering
defend this
study
woman
found
anymore?
that
How do you
only
stand up
half
for her as an
of U.S.
AOC
sunscreens
supporter?
met European
I support her
protection
now.
standards. Here's
More
the
now.
thing, though.
Because of the sunscreen?
I told you, give her time.
She'll
knock down the house.
Congress has not been
She's
very
coming around,
aware
Kurt.
of this issue, which is why there hasn't been a lot of momentum behind this issue.
Oh my
It's not too corny. Please contact your member of Congress. Especially if your member of Congress sits on the Energy and Commerce Committee. They have jurisdiction over the FDA. However, any member of Congress can develop attention and draw attention to this issue. Ask them to break through some of the regulatory barriers at the FDA and fund public research so that we can all join researchers that develop.
Why is she moving like she's a 16-year-old girl?
Just need to make some noise about it.
Totally. I mean, I love Korean sunscreen.
What is she doing?
But I want to buy this in the U.S. Why do we need to import them from all over the place?
Aquafina hands, they call it.
So most countries have everything set up better than us. Not better rail systems, better medical system, but nobody's really touched on the most important issue of sunscreen.
Right.
In an era when no one can even afford to go to the beach anymore, we got to make sure sunscreen.
There's their bread, of course, isn't legally considered cake as ours is. That's my favorite fun fact.
I don't think they put high fructose corn syrup in their bread.
No.
In Europe. I don't think they don't put glyphosate in their bread. We have glyphosate, we have high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Those two things are poison.
Okay, well, yes, we want to be safe, Jimmy, but, you know, on the other hand, bureaucratic regulations can
You know how I know about that? High fructose corn syrup and glyphosate? I did my own research and I was reading. Now, I know that's going to piss off a lot of comedians.
You racist.
It's going to piss off a lot of comedians.
If Galileo taught us anything, it's don't look in the telescope.
That's right.
Got it. I got it. But can I ask you guys a question? I mean, what do you mean? There has to be, I say to myself all the time, right? The ruling class can't be this stupid, right? It has to deal with us as a society.
She's
we
not
have
the
to be
ruling
dumbed
class.
down.
She's a
but they're giving her the orders.
Showbiz.
No,
She's
no,
not
yes.
ruling anything.
So what she is doing now is she appeals to who the Democratic Party is now, which is suburban, white, upper class, college educated people. We saw in 2016, you saw Chuck Schumer say that, hey, what happened? How come the working class isn't voting for you? You know, Hillary's going to lose the work. He goes, doesn't matter. For every working class voter, we're going to pick up 2-3 white collar suburban voters. That's who the Democratic Party is. That's who she's appealing to. That's who they all appeal to now, which is why Trump was so effective and why he got elected, because nobody's speaking to workers. At least he spoke to them. He still didn't do a goddamn thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm getting text blasted by people on this sunscreen issue.
Oh, are you? This is serious?
What do they say?
No, but Jenna just sent this. So that's a chemical. That's because some chemical companies are paying for this because they have chemicals in Europe that absorb into your skin more. Like they better absorb into your skin, you know, and it's poison. So I don't know, for some reason in Europe they can have these better skin absorbing chemicals that we don't use, and you know.
I'm not big on sunscreen. I know some people love it. Just stay out of the sun or wear a hat or wear, you see yard workers, they all wear long sleeve shirts and stuff and big hats. I don't know.
Well, it depends.
Wait a second,
not everybody,
though.
I'm Guyanese, so I don't feel that kind of fear, but if I was a light redhead.
Yeah, if you're a light redhead.
Guyanese? What is that?
Italian.
That is
Never
not.
heard that.
Was that where Guinea comes from?
No, but it's a variation on it.
Yeah.
I got it from Curtis Lewa. Remember the founder of the
Yes, I do
Guardian
remember
Angels.
him.
I remember him.
After he was shot in that cabin.
He's a
Wait
bit
a
of a
second,
maniac,
guys. Now,
that guy.
Curtis Lewa, he wore the red hat.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
the
I roasted
Guardian
him and
Angels
QB.
dude back in the days. He ran for mayor not too long ago. It was a Republican nomination. But wait a second. AOC is supposed to represent the climate change peeps, right? Isn't there a big problem when it comes to our sunscreen oil that we're cutting down all these trees where the orangutans live for the palm oils?
Is that what
That's
that
a big
is?
thing.
What?
Are you kidding?
I'm being dead serious. I'm not lying here. There was people. It was in Pasadena. We went there to go talk about.
Craig, why are you lying?
I'm not lying. I'm being serious over here. There were people
Why do you
speaking
love
up for the
regulation?
orangutans.
He's so into regulation.
AOC hates the orangutans. That's all I got to say.
Why do you want
Is
this
that real?
beard?
Is that
I swear to you, palm oil. And they were cutting down their habitats, cutting down their trees. By the way, right over here,
I like what this guy says.
parody.
Yeah.
We can't have health care, a livable wage, and end to the wars, house the homeless, or take kids out of cages. but we can have better
I know we
sunscreen.
can't.
Thanks,
By the way,
AOC.
And by the way, no, we can't.
They want to make worse sunscreen. Here's what I'll do. I can't do any of that stuff, but I'll give you much worse stuff.
What's the next thing?
This is pathetic, truly.
geopolitics.
Yep.
Look at that.
Geopolitics. No, this
Anything
is pathetic. Danny Highfond, friend
look
of
at
the
him.
show. The problem is that AOC wants more effective screen. The problem isn't that AOC wants more effective sunscreen. The problem is that she makes cringe videos on minor issues while supporting a deadly proxy war in Ukraine that includes arming literal Nazis.
Yes, that's kind of funny.
Okay, I have a sunscreen update that just came in. I guess mineral sunscreen people use that are afraid of the chemical one, and it doesn't absorb.
That's better.
It doesn't absorb into your skin. So if you're in a pool, it's going to come off. I guess is the big innovation. I'm guessing.
Okay.
So, but they don't make money. Whoever's backing her up isn't making money if you're not using the chemicals that they make.
Okay.
Like how everything works.
So, but the mineral's okay.
Yeah.
I can if I'm gonna get
Mineral sunscreen.
mineral sun. Oh, that's like the old.
You're gonna look like Marlon Brando in Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh,
If you
okay.
ever saw that.
I never saw that, but I know it's like when the lifeguards they have the white on their
Yeah.
nose. It's like that.
Oh yeah, I guess zinc is a mineral. Now I'm out of my scientific depth.
Okay.
This is a good one here, guys. By what do you guys call him? Danny
The hair.
Boy? What do you call Jackson?
The hair.
The hair. Okay. He's like Gavin Newsom. You could be using that power of yours to talk about ending the war in Ukraine before nukes are launched, but you're talking about ... sunscreen.
Well,
and I
we're
love
gonna
this right
need
here
that.
below it. What SPF do
Yeah.
I need to survive a nuclear holocaust?
Well, it's good she's talking about she's doing something. You're gonna be needing some sunscreen soon.
Yeah, maybe she's prescient. Maybe she can't say, "Hey, you're going to need it because there's a nuclear war coming that I support."
She
She
didn't have
can't
to say
say
it with
that.
the same arm gestures as Up Late with Lily Singh.
Oh
Like-
my God, God,
Like,
she's like, it's so.
hey guys,
No, it's crazy.
she's doing Missy Elliott video hands when she tells you about sunscreen.
It's so crazy.
But she
Anyway.
gets good pizza to the meetings.
Can you imagine
So-
being the type of person who can't see through AOC?
Yeah.
Imagine being that type of person.
A Democrat's a lifestyle brand. So
it is.
That's what, and not only that, like just basic parts of human existence are like a lifestyle brand, right? So that, you know, they're going to prescribe like your gender and your race to you. They're going to have some chemicals help whatever your desires with that, you know? Because there's always a miracle drug to sell you.
But don't you think this is like a new breed of like leftist Democrat progressives that are coming up that are really not just so much going after the party people, but just the young people, girls who want to be like her?
Yes.
You know, they just,
she's a
I want to be like
teen idol.
AOC.
She's a teen idol.
You think you're smarter than chicks that are into the Kardashians, but you're actually not?
Yes.
That's who
AOC's for. That's exactly
great.
right. And as Glenn
You're
Green,
not as hot as them, you know?
That is
and as Glenn Greenwald points out, that she'll never challenge power centers for real.
No.
That's not what she's about. She's a fake.
That'd be violent.
Yeah, that would be violence.
But you can't, by the way, don't hesitate to say whatever you need to people about this sunscreen issue. Do not hold back.
Do not hold back.
Call your congressman today.
Imagine it's a Supreme Court justice's house.
When has she ever asked people to do anything before? This is like the only thing
She said to go to the justices' houses after Roe
You know
v.
what she
Wade.
did ask people to do was go and report people who were speaking mean, and then the very next day we all got demonetized. That's the last time she asked somebody to do something to rat on your neighbor.
That's right.
Can I tell you something? She looked great. Her skin looked great.
She did look good. I like it with the glasses.
I always look forward to
I'm gonna look into that.
what pair of designer glasses she'll be wearing. I'm always interested.
She's got a fashion icon at this point.
Yeah. Come see our live shows. We're going to be in Chicago, Rosemont, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, New York City, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Stamford, Toronto, Toledo, Detroit, St. Louis, and more. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for those tickets.